Everybody, I'm going to show you how to move from Buildship 2.0 to 2.1 in the use case of Get Sheets, Google Sheets. So here's version 1. We set up the endpoint. We get to name it whatever we wanted. In this case, I use Get Pricing because it's a pricing sheet. I logged in, clicking this little thumbprint and logging into my Google account. I added the sheet URL. I added sheet name, and if you watch my other videos, you got to make sure that you also make sure that this doesn't have any authentication or limitations on who can view the sheet for this method to work. And then, well, if you don't want to run into other issues, then we got value, get sheets. Let's just come here, variables, get sheets. You're returning the object. So there are a few questions about how to move this to 2.0. So if I hit this button right here, Flow Builder 2.0, it's going to make a copy of this in 2.0. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So right here, first off, output, this is the same as the return node. We can use, it's got the same information in here. We go to variables, we got get sheets any. You see that's the object that's being returned. And then we can set whatever cache time we want. And then up here, this is identical from before, and we can test it again right now. There we go, that's all the information from the sheet itself. And then we don't need to define an input at the moment, right? All we need to do is run it, like say if you're using my existing video, all we're doing is pulling the entire document. So all we need to do is say, hey, when this happens, when something happens without any excess input, I want you to return the whole sheet. So what we're going to do right here is add a connection. This, adding a connection, is identical to this right here, this REST API call setup. So we're going to come back into V2. We're going to add that little trigger, add a connection, REST API call. And then this is the path. So before we had get sheets, and now we can do get Google Sheet V2 if we want. And the method, because Assistable only uses right now post methods, we have to choose a post method. So if you were to go in and build a custom tool and it says add a URL here, the URL, it says right next to it post. So it's going to be a post method, and we're just going to connect. Now we're not actually connecting to anything, we're just giving it an endpoint. So now we can copy that endpoint, we can hit ship up here to actually run it, or we can hit test. So this is the difference. This is what V1 looks like, and this is what V2 looks like. Hopefully that helps answer all your questions. I'll go ahead and post this in the group and see what y'all think.